Here, so this is the Claim Your Timeline event, very specific to the eclipse. So the reason why I wanted to have this the reason I wanted to have this event is because the solar eclipse has always been like a very kind of ominous, auspicious energy, and I knew that April 8th was going to be a big deal. I've actually been talking about April 8th, 2024 since 2020, so for about 4 years. I've always known that this is going to be a really big shift for the collective, and there's a lot of potential timelines that we could take as humanity. And so the way that we lock in a collective timeline is actually through locking in your personal timelines. So just like when we talk about like what is a collective awakening, it's everyone having a personal awakening, right? Like the large collective of humanity is always just comprised of all of us individuals. So when we do work on an individual level, on that micro, we still affect the macro level, right? We still affect the larger scene. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to claim our timelines through a guided experience that I'm going to take you through, which is kind of actually be like a bit of an astral travel experience. I'm going to try to keep it brief. I know a lot of people are probably on their lunches or they want to go and enjoy this beautiful day. So it's a really like, sorry, here's another reason why. I just have some notes here. The other reason why is because I don't know if probably a lot of people here have heard that CERN is starting to, they've been going since about 2022. So it's not that they're turning on, which everybody's saying that's inaccurate. They've been turned on since about 2022. However, what they're doing is they're doing one of their experiments today during the eclipse, right? They're going to be like smashing together they're colliding their particles and all the things that they do, all the building blocks of life that they collide together to create dark matter and black holes and all these crazy things. And what that has done, and a lot of people have noticed, is when CERN is actively experimenting, we see massive changes in our timeline. Time starts acting really weird. And so you'll have to pay attention over the next few weeks, I'd say 3 or 4 weeks, really pay attention to if time starts acting weird for you. And you'll know that that is because of these CERN experiments, especially during such a potent energy like the eclipse. So time acting weird means time feeling like it's slowing way down, time feeling like it's speeding past. I've had experiences after a CERN experiment that they've been doing where I will look at the clock and then I'll go and do a bunch of stuff. And then I'll come back and look at the clock and like 4 minutes has gone by, but I know that was like 45 minutes. It's like very, very noticeable. And so notice, like pay attention to if time feels weird or is acting weird, slowing down like that where you have all this weird extra time, or speeding up. There was another experience after a CERN where like everyone I knew thought it was Wednesday. We all were like, yeah, it's Wednesday. And for some reason it was just Tuesday. And it's like we either lost a day or we skipped a day. It's just so weird. Okay, so I'll leave you with that, but pay attention to time acting weird for the next 3 to 4 weeks. Now, what we're going to do in this event is make sure that we don't get our own timelines corrupted, which means that you kind of like get bumped off the timeline that you've been working so hard on. You know, the one that's leading to your highest self frequency, the one where you've been putting in all of the effort, the one where you've been like really doing the inner work and really doing the healing, and all of a sudden you can feel like you've fallen backwards a few steps, if not more. And that is absolutely timeline corruption. So I really want to help you all. And this is actually just something I was going to do on my own anyway. I always planned to do a little ceremony for myself on April 8th, not connecting with the eclipse energy, because that's not what we want to do, because there's a lot of darkness rising right now through a purge that we're all experiencing. We don't want to connect to the darkness that everyone's purging. So we don't want to connect to the moon or the sun. What we do want to do is go to the place where we can view our timelines. And I keep seeing the number 5. We're probably going to be given the option of 5 different timelines. And then you're going to choose right today, like right now, you're going to choose the timeline that you want to step into. And I'm going to help you to do that. And you'll get to see what you look like on all of these 5 timelines and decide where do you feel the most resonant? Where do you feel the happiest? What feels the most like hope to you and love to you? And then we'll be claiming that in. I think that's all that I need to say before we jump in and get started. Basically, it's going to be a guided experience. If you've never astral traveled before, just listen to my words. If you're like a newbie at astral travel, it's going to feel like a guided meditation, and that's totally normal. Just go with that. If you're a little bit more experienced and you've done this work before where you leave your body, then it's probably going to feel like remote viewing, where you're able to see see the timelines that I'm showing you. And remote viewing is like feeling like you're a bit of an observer in that moment. And then somebody that's like, people that I work with, like especially my membership, we do these kinds of things all the time for them, or for you, if you're doing a lot of astral travel, it will feel like full on, like spontaneous experiences, interactions with higher dimensional beings, like a full astral travel. Okay. But in order for us to leave our bodies, we really do need to set a sacred space where you need to be able to truly relax so that you can like feel yourself lift up through your body. And we're going to lift up through the crown chakra. So I want you to get into a relaxed body position. I would say if you lie down, that's fine. But if you tend to fall asleep, you might not want to do that. You want to have a chair with like a back on it where you can lean back just a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to encourage you all now, if you can, get into a space where you can just lean back and close your eyes for a second. Well, not for a second. You'll probably keep your eyes closed for the whole experience if possible, if safe for you, whatever you're doing today. Okay, so let's jump in and get started. Let's get our timelines claimed. We're going to, you have to understand, like, your will is law, because you are the God in your own reality. We are literally just mini versions of source. We are creator beings. We are creator gods. And your timeline, we got to step out of victim mentality. Your timeline is completely your responsibility. And so everything that's occurring on your timeline is either a part of your soul contracts or being created through your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. So let's go ahead and step into our God selves, our creator selves, and make our will is law. We're not going to have CERN, mess up our timelines and mess up time for the collective. We're going to lock in our highest self frequency and our highest timeline today. Okay, awesome. So let's get comfy, leaning back now into your seat and let the magic begin. I'm going to encourage you to participate by closing your eyes with me and really following the directions to the sacred space, because you'll get much better results if you do. Okay, so start with your hands over the center of your chest. Your eyes are closed. My ears are already popping. There's so much like beings already joining me. Okay, we've got our eyes closed, hands over the heart chakra. I'm going to count you through a couple of deep breaths. And I want you to know that with every single breath, your mind is getting quieter. And with every single breath, your body is getting more still. And in that quiet stillness, your higher self is able to connect with you. So I'm going to ask you to inhale slowly now. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. And exhale. 2, 3, 4. Another deep breath in. 2, 3, 4. Hold it. And exhale. 2, 3, 4. Last deep breath in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. And exhale. 2, 3, 4. Good. So just continue breathing in a nice, relaxed way. You can place your hands down into your lap now, palms up to receive. As I call into your space to join you on the left, Archangel Michael coming in. Feel the pressure in the ear as he joins you in the room on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, we have Archangel Raphael coming in. In front of you, we have the Divine Feminine, Archangel Haniel, joining you. And then behind you, I'm calling in your highest human self to step in. Gaia is showing up, so she wants to come in from underneath to ground you, anchor you to the earth and into her beautiful frequency of healing and groundedness. And she says she's going to hold your body in a safe, grounded place as we do our astral travel, where the soul actually lifts up and leaves the body. So just know your body will be safe, held by Raphael, Haniel, Michael, and Gaia. So I'm going to ask these angels to surround us with the love frequency, the divine healing frequency. Let it fill up our bodies, starting at our toes, going all the way up to the top of your head, seeing you being filled with the pink light of love, with the green light of divine healing. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to surround you with this blue bubble of protection that acts like a filter so that only that which is for your highest good can connect with you today. And then we're going to go straight up to God's source to connect to the light. So picture yourself kind of like this white light going straight up from the top of your head, going all the way up into the heavens, the stars, past the Milky Way. We're going to go all the way past the Milky Way, just sending the light of our crown chakra up through the Milky Way, through the stars, and we come to a space where the stars end, where matter and form ends, where the universe comes to the end. It's like the edge of the universe. That's where God's source exists, at the edge of everything. And so at the edge of the universe where the stars end, and there is just this black void of pure potential, there is also a doorway. And I want you to, in your mind's eye, try to zoom in that there is a doorway of light. See that in your mind. Just imagine that if you can. It's this beautiful door made of wood with a big golden handle, and it's closed, but all around the edges of the door, you can see this light pouring through. I want you to picture yourself reaching for the handle and opening that handle, opening that door, and the light pours forth all over you. This golden light, this beautiful white light. It pours over you, it surrounds you, it holds you. And we're going to ask God's source to anchor us here in the light, anchor us in divine truth, divine timing, divine orchestration. Let everything that we experience be for our highest good. Let everything that I channel be true. Beautiful. So we have our sacred space really set up. We are connected to the light of God's source. We have our angels surrounding us. Our higher self is here. So now I want you to really let your body just kind of sink into the seat. Feel yourself relaxing, starting at the top of your head. And you can picture golden light relaxing your scalp, relaxing your temples. The tension is just melting away from every area that the golden light touches. In between your brows, your cheeks, your jaw, your neck. And you're starting to feel like your body is getting heavier. You're relaxing your shoulders, your chest, your back, your stomach. You're relaxing your arms and your legs. And you take a nice deep breath and you lean back even further into your seat. Even just tilt your chin up just a little bit. Really, really open up. And I'm going to speak now directly to the soul. We're going to let the body relax and stay here in this beautiful cocoon of light where it's receiving so much healing. But I'm going to speak directly to your soul now, which is located in your high heart. So above your heart chakra, but below the base of your throat, there is this little chakra called the high heart. It's the seat of the soul. It's where the soul animates the body from. So I want to speak directly to you, beautiful soul. And feel your soul stir in your high heart. It starts to move a little. Beautiful soul, wake up. Please rise from your throne, from your seat in the high heart. It's time for us to go and do some important astral work. It's time for us to go and choose our timeline and then claim it amidst the chaos of this eclipse energy and all of this darkness swirling. We can choose. We can make a positive, powerful choice. And I ask you to step forward now. And I want you to rise up from the heart, going up into the throat now, picturing an orb of light that is your soul, rising up through your throat, rising up, going past your jaw, behind your sinuses, rising up higher and higher and higher, And when you see a light above you, that's the crown chakra, slip right out of the crown chakra to hover just above the body. Now, because we have a silver cord of life that attaches the soul to the body, a part of your consciousness and awareness will always remain in the human body. That's normal. But you can choose now to send your attention to the part of you that is hovering over your body. Send your attention there, send your consciousness there by visualizing yourself hovering, bobbing above the body as an orb of light. And then look down at your body. What would the top of your head look like? And try to imagine that, which is how you see it in your mind's eye. What does the top of your head look like? Your shoulders from above. Your outfit that you're wearing, the chair that you're sitting in. See it in your mind's eye now. Even if it's just a soft impression of a vision, you are doing it. And then I want you to look around the room that you're in as you're hovering there above the body. Where are the windows in the room? Or whatever space you're in, what is there furniture? Or if you're outside, what does it look like in the space that you're sitting in? Try to visualize that from your new vantage point of hovering above the body. And I want you to notice that Archangel Michael is there. And right now you might appear as just two little orbs of light. His light is quite a bright blue, so you might see this bright blue orb of light hovering near you, floating near you. And then your light, what color are you? You can take a moment and try to see your own soul with your mind's eye. Are you rainbow? Are you green? Are you purple? Are you orange? Are you yellow? Are you golden? Are you silver? Are you pink? You could be many colors or you could be one color. But always you're going to have a core of white light. That pure white light of God's source. So Archangel Michael is showing you now that there is this beam of light, like a tractor beam almost, and it is coming from the ascended realms, the ascended master realms. And if you step into it, if you float over into this beam of light, you'll be pulled up like an elevator. And so Archangel Michael is directing you to go and center yourself into this beam of white light, and he's going to join you. And he's going to take the trip with you as like a bodyguard protecting you on your journey. Know that your body is safe. Know that it is safe for you to leave. Start to picture yourself now inside of a beam of white light, and you're rising up and up and up. And Archangel Michael is right there beside you, and you're going up and up and up. And when you get to the very top of this beam of white light and you pop out the other side, you've taken on the form of your light body, which is a body made of light that is shaped like you're human. And we use a light body when we astral travel so that we can have feet to walk with, hands to touch things with, and we can experience the senses of touch and taste and to hear sound and to feel. You are now the light body standing on like a floor made of clouds. You're in the ascended master realm, and a lot of people think that this looks like heaven, right? Where it's just clouds under your feet, beautiful colors all around you, and in front of you is this huge gate, like a big, massive golden or maybe a brass gate, and you're to walk towards that now. So picture yourself and feel the soft, cool clouds under your feet. They feel solid, but they feel a little bit moist and a little bit colder than you thought they would. And you can feel it between your toes. And you see this gate in front of you, and when you get close to it, you place a hand on the bars. And they too feel cold, like metal would feel. And as you touch the gate, the frequency of your soul activates it to open. And this giant door swings open with the perfect amount of space for you to walk in. And I want you to enter into the ascended master realms now, crossing through this threshold, through the gate. And on the other side, as the gate closes behind you, you're being greeted now by Archangel Metatron. He comes towards you now, with white beard, white like cloak or robes, and he has a golden crown of light on his head. And he's smiling at you. And his eyes look so warm and so friendly. And he's beckoning you to join him. Follow me. He's doing his hand, like waving you over. Come with me. And he brings you over to his space here in the Ascended Master realm, where he has a throne that he sits on. He sits on this beautiful, like ivory colored throne with golden embossed designs all through it. It's quite regal. It's like a king would sit there. And as he sits down and settles himself into his seat, into his throne, this is where he's able to do his own astral work from. It's an energetic throne that's really connected to his senses as well and is able to help him in the work that he does. He gestures to his left, and you see that what has materialized beside it is a seat for you, a little mini version of that same throne. And it's this ivory white color with all these gold details. And there's a small step for you to step up and then seat yourself in the throne beside him. And as you sit down beside him, feeling like almost like a smaller version, he seems like larger than life. He's quite large and tall. And he's got this big throne, and then you've got this little tiny throne, and you feel a little bit small beside him. But he reaches his left hand over to you to take, and you grab it with your right hand. And you feel the warmth and the strength of him, and you know he's got you. He's going to help you through this experience. And he tells you to close your eyes. And he says to relax your body as you sit in this throne. And he says, in front of you now, you're going to see 5 different timelines of energy. There's one directly in front of you, there's 2 to the left, and there's 2 to the right. He says, let's start at the left and work our way over to the right. In order for you to tune in, he wants you to lean forward and place your left hand on this timeline. And what it looks like to me, and now you guys might have, everyone's timelines probably look really different. To me, it looks like there is this cord of golden light, and if I reach and I place my hand on it, I can feel that it's vibrating. And when I close my eyes while holding this timeline, I can see in my mind's eye that version of me. Do I want to choose this timeline? Do I look happy? What kinds of things are happening? So let's close our eyes and tune into the very left timeline. Grab it with your hand, hold on to it, feel the vibrations. You might know just from the vibrations in your hand if this is a resonant timeline. It might feel a little off, and you just have to trust your intuition and your gut. So I'm going to be quiet for a second because I really want you to tune into this and feel, what does it feel like? What visions am I being shown? And how does it feel in my body? Do I feel excited? Does it feel hopeful? Does it feel good? Or does it not feel good? And there might be timelines here that you do not want to be a part of, right? Okay. Nice deep breath, holding on to that timeline. Metatron, please show us a vision of ourselves on this far left timeline. Show us if we're happy. Show us our faces. I'm not getting good vibes from mine personally, but I feel like everyone's going to have a different experience. The vibration feels too erratic. And when I'm looking at myself on that timeline, I'm not seeing a whole lot of details of my life. I'm just seeing I look stressed out. So I'm not feeling that one. You got to make a decision for yourself. And let's check them all before we make a final decision. So decide now on a scale of 1 to 5, how good did that feel? That didn't feel good at all for me. So I'm just like, look, I already know that's not it. I'm going to move on now. I encourage you to move on to the second from the left. So not directly in front of you, just slightly to the left. Another cord of light. It might be golden for you as well, but it might be another color, and be open to having your own experience here because it's going to be different for each person. But I do want you to reach now with your hand, grab onto that cord of light and close your eyes. Now this feels a lot different. I'm hearing like choirs, angelic music, I'm feeling a rush of love, a rush of hope. I'm seeing myself laughing. I'm seeing a plane. Like, you tune in. What are you seeing? What do you feel? What are you doing in this life? That one felt really good for me. So I'm going to really remember that one. But I want you to move on now because we want to check them all. There is a timeline directly in front of you. And I want you to, if you need to kind of like clear the energy so you can get a fresh feeling, maybe just kind of wipe off your left hand a little bit. Just really clear it. Shake it out even. And then, or even blow on it. Reset. And then we're going to grab the cord right in front of us now. Again, whatever color cord yours is. I want you to grab onto it like it's a rope. And I want you to feel the energy. Immediately trust your first instinct. And you can compare it to the other two. Is it medium? Is it amazing? Is it a little bit For me, this is kind of just like, okay, it's all right. It's not as good as the last one. I know right away. So I want you to really trust your intuition like that. Feel it right away. Good. And he's saying we don't need to take long. You should know right away so we can let go of that. You know right away if that was for you or not, okay? Clearing off the hands again. Going now to the right. We're going to do the last two. So the one to the right of the central one. Reaching now, grabbing that cord of light. This one's interesting. This one's pretty good. Okay. Make a decision there. If you had to, like, so far you've touched 4. Is this the best one you felt? Second best? Third best? We have 5, so we can label them 1 through 5. We still have 1 more. So and ask for what you need. If you're not seeing anything, ask, Metatron, please show me myself on this timeline. Please help me to make the best decision. Please help me to feel if this is right for me. Is this my highest self? Is this my happiest self? Is this my healthiest self? Is this my wealthiest self? And you should. And also he's saying, Metatron is saying right now, there's people here that really need to trust in their first instinct. You know. Don't downplay your intuition. It's so powerful. All right, we're going to brush our hands off. We're going to do the last one now. Okay, don't know what it's going to be. I have no idea. So far I know which one is the best, but I haven't done the last one yet. So we're going to grab the one furthest to your right using your left hand. We've cleaned it off. Last one. Let's grab that cord of light. Closing your eyes, really tuning in. Really tune in. How does it feel? Does it feel which one felt the most alive? Is this it? Show us, Metatron. Are we happy here in this timeline? And you can even sometimes see him shake his head yes or no if he thinks that's the best one for you. And you can also just trust yourself. Okay. So now let's reconfirm. So we're going to let that go, okay? Dust off your hands. Now I want you to lean back into this throne that you're sitting in a little bit, and I want you to scan with either your palms of your hands or like you can use your third eye as well. You can use your heart. Scan with all that you are, okay? I want you to scan from left to right because you probably have an idea of which one felt the best. You probably are like, okay, I know. Let's just really confirm this, okay? So let's start way over to the left again. We're not going to touch them this time. We're going to read them. So if you get your palm, I'm going to do this in the real world too, even as my light body and as my physical self. I'm going to hold my palms out and I'm going to scan these because I have very sensitive palm chakras. You can use your heart, third eye, hands, or all of the above. We're going to scan. We're going way over to the left. That first one, how did it feel? Remember, this is confirming that for you. For me, I'm getting a big old no on that one. The second one to the left, how did that one feel? Again, angels and choirs, like I'm hearing a lot. That's like a really good one for me. Okay, brushing hands off. Central one, the one right in front of you, how does that feel? You can ask for confirmations. Give me chills when I get to the right one. Help me to know. Help me to see it. Help me to feel it. Keep asking Spirit for what you need. Going to the next one, right beside the central one, but to the right, like the fourth one now. Okay, pretty good. And then the last one, the fifth one. Scan that. That's a pretty decent option for me. For me, it's going to be 2 or 5, but I've really got to go for 2 because there's literal angels singing. All right, so I want you to choose now, okay? We've got 1 through 5. Make a decision. Trust yourself. When you make that decision, I want you to grab that cord now with both hands. We're going to let go of Metatron's hand. We're going to grab hand over hand, and I want you to start pulling it towards you. Like a golden, mine is golden. Again, yours might be a different color, but like a rope of light, made of light, hand over hand, I am going to start pulling it towards me. And the closer it gets to me, the rope, the end of the rope starts to enter into my heart. I'm going to anchor it into my very heart. So I'm pulling the rope towards me, pulling this whole timeline in, hand over hand, pull, and let it enter into your heart. Pull, let it enter into your heart. Pull, hand over hand, pull it in. Don't be afraid to be dramatic. Really pull it in tight. Open your heart. Let it go deep into your heart, deep into your heart. And as this timeline is anchoring deeply into your heart, it can't be taken from you. This is a part of you now. Anchoring in, pulling in, pulling in, pulling in. And keep doing that until you feel like your heart is just overflowing with the color of it, with the vibration of it, with the feeling of it. This becomes your new reality now. Your will is law. In this very moment, you are shifting your timeline. It's not tomorrow. It's not in a couple of days. It's a now thing. This is happening now, okay? Reality is shifting now. Believe that. Pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. Fill it up into your heart, into your heart, into your heart. And then when you feel like you've got as much in your heart as you can, placing hands over the heart, lock it in, seal it in. I'm using a lot of golden light. Again, I want you to use the color that feels right, but I'm going to from my hands, pour golden light into my heart like a seal. I'm sealing that in. Anchor it in. I claim this timeline. This is my right. I claim this highest, happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, most exciting, filled with adventure and love. I claim it. This is mine. I get to have the experience that I want to have on earth, and no outside force will ever take this from me. I get to choose my timelines always, and I choose this one right now. I choose this one. It activates now under my feet. It activates now, and it shifts everything in my life to match this golden, for me, frequency. I choose it. I claim it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You are mine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am that beautiful person I saw in that time. I am her. I am her. I am her. I am her. It is now. It is now. It is now. And it doesn't matter what's going on in the world. I choose this for myself. I fill my own cup up first. I connect to my highest self frequency, my highest timeline, and that helps the collective, because the more people in their highest self frequency, walking their highest timeline, it just raises everybody up. This is mine. I claim it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. It is anchored deeply into my very heart, into my soul. It cannot be taken from me ever until I choose to shift again. And I can do that at any time. I am the creator of my reality. My will is law. Thank you. Beautiful. I want to thank Archangel Metatron so much. I want to thank Archangel Michael so much. And I want you to now feel yourself, the soul that you are, coming down back into your body. It's hovering over the top of your head. We're back in the room that we were in. I want you to feel your soul. Okay, wait, this, they just said, Metatron just said, this soul that's coming back into your body is the one from that timeline. Okay, this is the new frequency. Let it come in through the crown, the top of your head. It's so golden right now for me. It's crazy. It's coming in, going into my body, slowly reintegrating. And as soon as it starts to come into my body, golden energy just rushes through my whole body, fills me up. The soul settles back into the high heart, right? Into that seat of the soul, that comfortable spot. But this soul looks a little more vibrant, golden, healthy, excited, like confident, like all the things that I would want to be. It's there inside of me now. Still me, still the soul, but with this beautiful new frequency, this beautiful new version of an earth life. And I'm so grateful. And I feel as my soul settles into my high heart and into that seat, into the throne, I feel golden light going through my arms, into my hands. It's integrating. I'm feeling all these chills in my arms. And then it starts to move down. I'm starting to get hot as it fills up my core, my torso, my stomach, going all the way down your chakras, all the way down solar, sacral, root, going into your hips, down your legs, into your feet, until you're so filled with this light that you are glowing. It's yours. This is your new self-frequency. This is your new timeline. This is your new color. This is your new vibe. It can't be taken from you. It doesn't matter what happens around you. This is your right as a creator. Never forget how powerful your intention is. Never forget how powerful your desires are. You get to choose, not somebody else, not the news, not mainstream media. I don't care what the collective timeline wants to do. It can do. You know, go through chaos if you want. I'm solid here and I will help from this place. Good. Beautiful, you guys. And if you're done, you can open up your eyes and join me here. I really hope that that helped you to like realign yourself from this like awful eclipse season. Like I have honestly been so up and down emotionally, so triggered, like not myself, like so low on patience. And I always have so much patience for everybody, like low on patience, getting triggered over stupid things, like just not feeling like me. And this feels like me, you know, this feels like an even better version of me. And it's so strong. I can feel it in my body. And so I want you to take that with you today. And I want you to know that it can't be taken from you, but you can also shift it if you decide, okay, I'm ready for the next best timeline. You can come back and you can work with Metatron and you can do this timeline work at any point, okay? It's really normal for you right now to feel a little out of body. If you feel a little spacey, a little dizzy, super, super normal, okay? I would encourage you to I would always say after any energy work that a lot of water is a great way to integrate. So lots of lemon water. If you're feeling extra spacey, a good way to ground yourself would be to go have a snack right now or go for a walk outside. Gaia is very grounding, okay? But there's an integration that's going to happen now between this soul frequency and the old physical form. And you might experience some massive shifts and it might feel a little bit like ascension symptoms because we just like raised our frequency so high in the soul, the body has to catch up. So please be gentle with yourself. If you're tired, rest. If you need water, eat it. If you need a lot of food, sometimes people are like, I'm starving. Okay, go ahead. Don't worry. You need that. Then you need to ground back into your body with that, extra big meal. Don't feel bad. Like just do what you need to do right now. Okay. I would also suggest getting outside at some point today for some fresh air, but lots of water. So I hope that this was, oh, I have a little bee outside my window. I'm going to have to look up the meaning of that. because I feel like that, you know, nature is always giving us signs. So look for the signs today. Oh my goodness. In the animal kingdom, in nature kingdom, in the numbers, look for your signs today as well that this worked. Okay, so I'm going to go look up spiritual meaning of a bee and then I'm going to go get outside and try to really just like ground myself into this new version of me. But it feels like it felt really powerful. And I just know, like, you have to also just like it claim it, it worked. You know what I mean? Like, be confident in that. It absolutely worked. This is my new reality. I'm so grateful. And you can anchor it in more deeply or choose other ones whenever you want, because you're the creator of your own reality. Okay. I love you guys all so much. Oh, you know what? I had my comments like set way back. I want to see, or I just want to see what some people said before I hop off. You're welcome, Sylvia. Oracle of Avalon said, I'm starving. That's hilarious. Courtney's saying she's been up and down the last week. Yeah, but it's been a whole new me appearing more solid than ever before. I'm so excited. Feels like so much is happening. It is. And a lot of people just saying so beautiful. And thank you so much. You're welcome to everyone. Everybody's feeling jittery, excited, amazing. It's so powerful. This stuff is truly like how you change your reality, right? So awesome, you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, go have a great rest of your day. Enjoy, you know, don't soak in any fear frequency. Enjoy this moment. You just claimed it, okay? So enjoy your day. Enjoy the eclipse. Like, walk in a new confidence. Every time you take a step now in this reality, walk with the confidence that this is a reality of my choosing, okay? Awesome, you guys. Love you so much. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.